Welcome guys back to another episode of Arsenal Transfer News Daily. We are back again with another video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yesterday's episode. Sorry the last few days the audio hasn't been quite good like today. The audio must be much better today because I'm using my mic. Obviously because I'm back at school I don't have much time to use my main mic, so sorry about that. But let's get straight into today's news, and first of all we'll be talking about Aouar once again. Aouar, we're always talking about him. I think him and Partey will be talking about both a lot until the end of the transfer window, or at least until we sign these players. Now Aouar, big news is coming out today that Aouar wants to leave Lyon. This is coming out from the reliable L'Equipe from France. I've always said that L'Equipe is a reliable source in France, and they've suggested that Lyon attacking midfielder Aouar is determined to leave the club during this transfer window. After all, an Olympique Lyonnais can see themselves being reluctantly forced to sell. However, the interest from Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus and Man City has not translated into concrete fee negotiations. The only team that Olympique Lyonnais have received an approach from Aouar is from Arsenal, who through Edu offered cash plus Matteo Guendouzi, a proposal which we suggested a few days ago. Juninho came out, spoke to a radio suggesting that they cut the conversation, remember that, and no contact has been made since. Olympique Lyonnais wants 60 million euros and nothing else, and he's under contract for another 3 years, and Les Gonnes are in a position of strength when it comes to negotiating a sale this summer because of them being having 3 years left on his contract. But one sticking point is that Lyon do not have any European football this season. I'm pretty sure they finished something like 8th, so that means they don't have any European football this season. And someone like Aouar, who was so influential in their Champions League run to get them to the semi-finals, someone of his quality would love to come to the Premier League and play for a big club like Arsenal, even if it's just in the Europa League. Mikel Arteta has managed to convince players like Gabriel from not going to a Champions League club like Man United and instead come to his project at Arsenal. So maybe it could be a similar thing here with Aouar, that Arteta could call him up and convince him of his project. He's told Gabriel, he's told Willian as well. He come out and said that he wants to win the Champions League in the next 3 years. That shows ambition, and I'm really happy with the ambition Arteta is showing. But he has to lay some foundations down if he wants to do that in the next 3 years. And at the moment I don't see it, because we're not getting rid of any of the dross. We've not sold anyone but Mkhitaryan, who we terminated his contract, and we let go of Sam Greenwood, but he was a youngster, so he wasn't really part of the dross. So we've not really sold any first team players this summer, have we? And we've not gotten any closer to Partey and Aouar. Again, as I've said before, Aouar, talks are intensifying. So many rumours over the last week that Arsenal will go back and with an improved bid of around £55 million, including add-ons, something that Lyon would definitely consider. We said the other day that Lucas Paqueta was someone Lyon was looking at to replace Aouar. Again, there hasn't been much movement on that since. Again, there's something Lyon would be looking at if they do let go of Aouar, but it is looking more likely now that Lyon will be selling Aouar this summer, and it could be to Arsenal. Juninho confirmed that. Paris Saint-Germain, Man City, those Juventus sort of clubs, they've been in contact with the agents but not with the club. But we never know whether those interests will transpire into bids, because Juventus, they've just brought in Weston McKennie, plays in a similar position, and their financial position isn't the greatest, coupled with the fact that they have a lot of midfielders on their books and they would have to get rid of quite a few to fund Aouar. Paris Saint-Germain, I'm not too sure, because they are focusing on other positions like Hector Bellerin, not Hector Bellerin but right back, who we'll get onto in a bit, and they're looking at I'm pretty sure in the centre of defence as well. So midfield, it doesn't look like to be a key area for Paris Saint-Germain. And Man City, again, I'm not too sure. David Silva has left Man City and has gone to Real Sociedad, but it looks like they won't be bringing in a replacement for him, because obviously they got Phil Foden, who has been so good over the last year or so. So I think that Pep Guardiola probably will put his trust in him, which does give Arsenal a free run in this race. Now, apparently the other reports coming out suggesting that Aouar wants to come to Arsenal. Now, I can't really clarify that at the moment, but they keep suggesting that Aouar does want to leave Lyon this summer, and that could force Lyon's hand to try and sell him, obviously coupled with the fact that they want Lucas Paqueta, and that could try and get Lyon to sell for a bit cheaper than 60 million euros. Arsenal are set to put a bid in for around 55 million euros, but he still has 3 years left on his deal, so it won't be the easiest deal to get done with Arsenal. But hopefully Arsenal in the next week can try and hit some sort of bid, some sort of agreement with Lyon to sign their star playmaker Aouar. Next bit of news is on HJ90 Martinez, and now apparently reports are turning around today that he will be leaving Arsenal. Oh my god. Oh, how are we letting him go? Why? Who? How? I don't know why we are letting Emi Martinez go. He is a class goalkeeper. Some are saying he's even better than Bert Leno. You know, that's obviously your opinion. But I think right now he's better than Bert Leno. Should be Arsenal's #1 goalkeeper. He said many times that, you know, he will be he wants to get first team football. You know, he wants to be the #1. And apparently he wants to move on to Aston Villa. He's agreed a 4-year deal. A deal with Arsenal has been agreed worth up to £25 million. So that could help fund the deal for whatever, Hassim Aouar, Thomas Partey, whoever. But I'm so gutted. Emi Martinez, such a good goalkeeper. I don't know why we're letting him go, man. Banter club, man. Seriously, why can't we hold on to some of these players? Aston Villa? We're losing out to Aston Villa? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Seriously, I'm so devastated. I'm really devastated to lose Emi Martinez. I'm going to keep this as concise as possible with Emi Martinez. I think leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm very devastated by this news. Literally, I had to add this into my Arsenal Transfer News Daily. This wasn't even planned with the real thing. So sorry if the audio is not the greatest, but I had to add this in later on and I couldn't use my mic. So I'm so annoyed that Emi Martinez is leaving, man. He's such a good goalkeeper. Oh my god, what is this banter club doing? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. But Emi Martinez has agreed a 4-year deal with Aston Villa. Next bit of news is on Alexandre Lacazette. Now, a lot of rumours in the last few weeks suggesting that, you know, Atletico Madrid are coming for him, Juventus have come in for him. But now there are reports coming out suggesting that Arsenal star Alexandre Lacazette wants to join Atletico as soon as possible. Alexandre Lacazette has been linked with the move away from Arsenal this summer, with Atletico Madrid keen on the French star, and the forward wants to make the switch to the Spanish capital. Arsenal star Alexandre Lacazette is reportedly eager to join Atletico Madrid this summer. The La Liga giants are keen to sign a forward, and Lacazette is a target, with Atletico having been interested before he joined the Gunners. Obviously, he was set to join Atletico, but obviously they had that transfer ban, which meant Arsenal ended up signing the player. And the future of the Gabonese star, Aubameyang, obviously, you know, he looks like he's going to be starting, you know, looks like he's going to be signing that contract, which means what happens to Lacazette? Will he get as much game time? Because obviously Willian's been coming in. So what would happen is Aubameyang will be going on to the left-hand side and Lacazette playing down the middle. But now Willian coming in, does that mean that Aubameyang gets lesser game time and he plays down the middle? And Spanish outlet AS claim that a transfer to Atletico may be easier because Lacazette will play a part in finding a solution. And they add that the 29-year-old wants to join Atletico as soon as possible. They're the key phrases been used, as soon as possible, despite his contract running for another 2 years. Former Lyon star Lacazette was coy on his future towards the end of the season when all the talk was over Aubameyang. He quoted that, "We know that Oba has a lot of discussion with the club, but I can't put my future into someone else, and everyone does their own thing. I used to talk with him a lot at the beginning when we came back from lockdown, but since we don't really talk, I just know he will say something to me before in the press, we'll know, but that is it. Me, I'm just playing games and finishing the season to how it's going to be. We didn't talk about anything. It was a difficult season, maybe the most difficult of my career, but I know I learned a lot this season mentally and thinking more about the team than scoring goals when I had my long period without goals. So I noticed this season, when we talk about statistic, it's not the best one, but it's still only one season of my career, and I know next season is going to be totally different for me." Now that is what Lacazette had to say, you know, a few weeks ago about the situation. And again, he's not he's not literally saying that I'm going to stay at Arsenal this season. He suggested that next season could be totally different. As I've always said with Lacazette, and I'm going to keep saying it, if we do end up selling him and we end up getting Partey as a result, I have no problem with it. But we do, I think, have to replace Lacazette because I think he brings a lot to the team. And I think, yes, you know, last season he didn't bring as many goals, but the season before he was our player of the year and he did quite well. So I think we do need to try and bring a replacement in. Odson Edouard has been linked with a player, you know, a player that we have been linked with, and other players like that as well. Some other strikers, Emmanuel Dennis, he's been linked as well. Some others also, but it does look like Lacazette could leave this summer. Now, if you think of it realistically, he has 2 years left on his deal, and Edu and Vina have always said, you know, they've said, Raul as well when he was here, he said that, you know, when a player has 2 years left on his deal, we're going to make a decision on his future. Now, you either give Lacazette a new contract or you sell him, in my opinion, this summer. But obviously, you know, all the talk hasn't been on him, it's been on Aubameyang, like, you know, all the reports are suggesting, and it looks like he's going to sign that new deal. We've said this all along, and all the focus has been on the two midfield players we want to sign, Thomas Partey and Hassim Aouar. So will we end up selling Lacazette? My thing is, why aren't Atletico Madrid, you know, putting Partey and Lacazette in a swap deal? Because that is something I've been very baffled by during this whole thing. Because if Atletico Madrid really want Lacazette and Arsenal really want Partey, why can't there be some sort of compromise? Because Atletico are still already looking at Mark Roca as a potential replacement for Thomas Partey. So I'm not sure what's the confusion here. But obviously many reporters, journalists like Fabrizio Romano suggesting that they only want the 50 million euro release clause. But still, it's something that sort of baffles me in my mind why Atletico Madrid wouldn't want Lacazette for Partey. Leave me down in the comment section down below. Why do you think, what's the thing here? Is there something I'm missing here? Well, why wouldn't there be a swap deal? I'm not too sure about this, but leave your thoughts in the comment section down below about this. But the news is that Lacazette looks like he wants to leave according to reports from Spain. Next bit of news is on Hector Bellerin, as apparently the deal to Paris Saint-Germain is now off, as they are looking to set another player instead of a Hector Bellerin. And this comes from Fabrizio Romano, and he has said that Alessandro Florenzi is set to join Paris Saint-Germain. Agreement has been reached with AS Roma on loan with buy option. Arsenal have turned down last PSG bid to sign Bellerin on loan. Florenzi is coming to PSG. Here we go. Now today, yesterday or the day before, Paris Saint-Germain actually put in a bid for Bellerin with a loan to an option to buy. That's what they actually wanted to do in order to sign a right back. Before that, they had a bid of 25 plus £5 million rejected. So this loan deal was also rejected, and Roma were happy to let Florenzi go with the loan for an option to buy, and Roma were happy with that, but Arsenal weren't happy with that. So in return, PSG have just said, we don't want Bellerin anymore, and we're just going to take Florenzi. Now this is quite a blow, because I think we have to sell him this summer in order to fund some of our other moves, because everyone's saying we have no money, and if we're going to go with the masses, because hopefully that's true, it looks like we're not going to spend any money, because if we had the money, then we would have already spent it on Partey and Aouar. So it's clear to me that we have to sell before we can buy. That's the sort of consensus we're reaching here, and it looks like that Bellerin, his only other two options look like Bayer Leverkusen. I think that could be a real opportunity for us to try and get some money, because obviously they got Kai Havertz money, which could play a big part in this deal. And also Barcelona have shown some interest in bringing back Hector Bellerin. Obviously Barcelona know what he's all about, being from the La Masia Academy, who actually brought him in as a youngster. So maybe he could be open to that return to Barca as well, because he is from Spain also. So there could be some sort of connection there in that respect. Arsenal do have a good relationship with Barcelona, so maybe some sort of deal can be struck in that respect. I'm not too sure, but the main news is that Paris Saint-Germain do not want Hector Bellerin and have instead gone in for Alessandro Florenzi from AS Roma with a loan for an option to buy. I'm not too sure if that £25 million bid from PSG is actually true anymore. I'm not too sure. Maybe they just want to loan a player. I ain't too sure, to be honest, because they've already got Thilo Kehrer, who in my opinion was actually half decent in the Champions League for PSG when I watched the live watch along. Yeah, I thought Thilo Kehrer was actually half decent, but it looks like they do want to bring in more of an orthodox right back, and they have chosen Florenzi. So PSG won't be going in for Bellerin anymore. Quite a big blow for us, but it is how it is. Who would you sell Bellerin to? How much would you sell Bellerin to? Leave it in the comment section down below. And that is the news that Bellerin to PSG is off. Last bit of news is just players we've just been generally linked with. Again, this hasn't been very, concrete interest, but it's just players floating around, been linked with a move to Arsenal. So I just quickly wanted to discuss them. There are three names I'm going to talk about just quickly. First one is Ashraf El Shaarawy. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, El Shaarawy, and he's a player that we have been linked with in the last 24 hours. El Shaarawy, again, he's a player that's been around for quite a long time. Yeah, Stefan El Shaarawy, as I've just searched up, and he's quite a decent player. He plays in China for Shanghai Shenhua, and he is part of the Italian national team. He's only 27 years old. It feels like he's been around for quite a while. He used to be quite a good youngster back in the day, and actually really rated him. Would have taken him a few years ago, but at the moment, no, I wouldn't take Shaarawy. He's not played at a high quality European level. He's only gone to China for money, clearly, and I don't think there's any truth in this coming for him to come to Arsenal. We've already got Willian Saka Martinelli in that position. Pretty sure he does play left wing, but for me, El Shaarawy is a no-no. Next one is Adrien Rabiot. He was someone we'll be linked with during the lockdown. Again, a midfielder. Again, he is a good footballer. I actually really like Adrien Rabiot, but the problem with him is he actually has some sort of anger issues, some sort of attitude problems. The exact same thing basically Guendouzi has. So he's not an Arteta kind of player, in my opinion. Maybe Arteta could turn that around, but you don't want Guendouzi like players at your football club, especially when a specific manager like Arteta doesn't like that at his club. So I don't think we'll sign Adrien either, and maybe I think we can do much better than Adrien, like signing someone like Thomas Partey. Another player we've been linked with is Rafinha from Barcelona. Again, why we've been linked to him? He's West Ham quality. No, just no. No. He actually signed for Barcelona for quite a decent fee, actually, like £36 million or something. So I don't know too much about Rafinha. Alcantara, Thiago's brother. He looks okay, I guess. Very average, bang average. West Ham level, as I've just said. Maybe Everton level, I'm not sure. But for me, Rafinha, no. So that is El Shaarawy, Adrien Rabiot, and who was I talking about? Yeah, Rafinha. What do you guys think of those three players? Leave it in the comment section down below. Do you think we should go after any of those players, or should we just focus on our two targets, Partey and Aouar, who we'll be talking about a lot until they actually sign or they don't sign? So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.